Hi everybody, I am James from WCICO and welcome to the ice city of Harbin, which is located in the far northeast of China. As you might imagine, you can see I'm well dressed here and I've got my little woolly hat on. I've got like two big coats on, and underneath I can tell you I've got two more thick pieces of clothing, because up here in the far northeast it is really, really cold, and the forecast for this evening is about minus 27 degrees. Although interestingly, I have been told by locals the past 2 days, I arrived yesterday, that actually compared to previous years, this year has been quite that this year has been like relatively warm, so we'll have to take their word for it. Okay, so I'm going to tell you a little bit about the events we have going on today. So you might remember, if you've been following WCICO, that 8 days ago, like last Monday in Chongqing, we went all the way to Tongliang district, and there they had a departure ceremony for one of the Tongliang loom dragons. Now, you might not know that Tongliang district, kind of in the west of the municipality, I could just be more quietly being told, okay. So in the west of Chongqing, they have a very long-standing heritage of making these loom dragons, and it goes back originally as far back as the Ming Dynasty. Okay, hello Kevin, good to see you on the live stream again. I hope you can still hear me. I try not to speak too loudly. Okay, and these loom dragons, they have these inheritors who have made them for generations, and they're so popular that they sell them to customers all over China. And recently, when we went to Tongliang a few weeks ago, they even sent one all the way to London, and that's going to be taking part in the Spring Festival festivities over there in the near future. Okay, so last Monday, as I was saying, we were in Tongliang district, and they sent off one of these Tongliang loom dragons, and the destination was the city we're now, which is in Harbin. But there's more to it than just that. So the journey they made was overland. So they had like a big truck with a transparent side of it, so the public can see it, during its journey. And it was sent as part of a convoy of quite a lot of these, Chang'an Qiyuan series vehicles, electric vehicles. So really, this event is kind of a combination of cultural heritage because of the Tongliang dragon, but also it was an opportunity for Chang'an Qiyuan to test their vehicles out on a very long journey. So I checked on the Baidu maps a little bit earlier, and if you kind of go directly to Chongqing overland, it's a journey of about 3,000 kilometers. But I can tell you that on this journey, they stopped in 7 cities in between, and I can tell you which ones they are. So like on the first day, they went to Bazhong, and then to Xi'an, and then to Luoyang, and then to Taiyuan, and then to Handan, and to Tianjin, and then to Shenyang. And only just today, they've arrived in Harbin. Okay, so, in Chongqing, it's not particularly that cold. I reckon it's kind of getting on towards, 10 degrees Celsius on a nice day. But the further you go north, of course, it's going to get progressively colder. And like I said, here in Harbin this evening, it's going to be minus 27 degrees, and I can tell you, it is really cold. And you might even see under here, I am standing under one of these beautiful heaters here. So not only am I warming myself up, but in a little while, I'm going to take the phone outside, and it's my hope that it's going to hold out for like about 20 minutes or so, because I did read up a little bit on these phones, and if they get too cold, sometimes they might shut down. But I think we're going to be okay this evening. Okay, so like I said, the Tongliang dragon has already arrived. I've been outside in the snow, and I've already had a close-up of it. So I took some photographs and some video, and I took you guys to go and see it in a little while. But before that, we've got like a ceremony, like a handing over ceremony here. So we're going to have some of the inheritors of the Tongliang loom dragons, and also people from Chang'an Qiyuan electric vehicles. And they're going to come onto the stage. They're going to share a little bit of their experiences. A little bit later, you might even get a chance to talk with some of them in person. And if you stay with us, we've got something else really exciting coming up. And in a little while, we're going to go outside into the snowy fields, and they're going to put on one of these fire dragon performances. And I promise you, that's going to be really exciting, because it's not quite the same as seeing it yourself. But basically, what they do, they have these big stoves, with the molten iron. It's probably not that technically, but anyway, when they do the dragon dance, they'll strike it, and then all of these huge, molten sparks will go right up in the air. And I promise you, you're going to be amazed with this a little bit later. Okay, so Kevin, yes, a very happy New Year to you, wherever you are in the world, and thank you for watching over the past year, and it's been a pleasure to see you, and please do keep those comments coming. Okay, so just a few minutes, I'm just going to turn the camera around, and let's listen to what these people behind us are saying. Okay? Okay, so do stay with us. Very, very shortly, we're going to be going outside. I'll just try to give you a lowdown of what this representative is telling us. Basically, at the moment, he is just congratulating Chang'an and the people who sent the Tongliang dragon over on completing their journey so far. There is a little bit more for the Chang'an Qiyuan series. I'll tell you about that a little later. But he is basically just saying how the Chongqing dragon has a very long heritage, and it's important, and the importance of keeping the tradition going and sharing it with people nationwide. And I can tell you also, I did mention just then that this is a combination of cultural heritage, because they are sharing the heritage of the Tongliang dragon with provinces all over China and other countries worldwide. But they combined this with modern technology, because the convoy was made up with a series of electric vehicles manufactured by Chang'an. And I don't know if you follow the latest developments in EV technology. I'm quite interested in this topic a lot myself. And a lot of people say that they don't always perform so well in very cold conditions. And I did hear recently in the USA, maybe some of our audience could vouch for it, but they've had a very strong cold snap, particularly in the middle of the country. And lots of people who are driving EVs, they had problems with charging in the cold weather. So one of the ideas behind this event is that they can take the Chang'an EVs on this very long journey, and once they reach the far northern parts of China, the temperatures are kind of below zero 24 hours a day. So it's going to be very interesting to see what effect that has on the range of the vehicles, whether they're still able to perform well. And of course, in the cold conditions, there is more energy that needs to be pulled out of the battery, of course, because you have all of these heating systems on board. And when the temperature is like -20, even colder on a day like this, of course, that's going to be very taxing on the battery. So a little later, I'm very keen to meet up with some drivers and representatives of Chang'an, and they're going to give us a lot of interesting information, like first-hand experiences of how their vehicles are performed on this long journey. So this is a representative from Chang'an Qiyuan. He's saying that their team are pioneers in technological innovation. He's just told us that Chang'an Qiyuan have successfully completed the delivery, the convoy of the Tongliang dragon. He's just reminding us that 8 days ago, the Loon Dragon departed from Tongliang. And I can tell you, on that occasion, I went there myself and I saw the convoy leave. He is telling us that on successfully completing the mission, they have received a lot of praise from many departments and encouragement from the public. So not only have they also spread the spirit of the Tongliang dragon, it has also been a very good display of their electric vehicle technology. This combination of modern technology and cultural heritage has been like a very special occasion for them. He's telling us that this journey has been a big challenge for the vehicles and their technology, but is very impressed with how they fared. This is a good opportunity. At the moment, he's just telling us a little bit about their next step. So we can say the journey has finished for the Tongliang dragon, but the journey hasn't exactly finished yet for the Chang'an Qiyuan series. So they're actually going to continue their journey further north. I know for sure that their next stop is going to be another city further north in Heilongjiang province called Qiqihar. And it's going to be a lot colder there. You know, I can't check the forecast, but it'll be a lot colder than Harbin. And then they're going to pass through another city, and then their final destination is going to be a place on the Chinese-Russian border called Manzhouli. And I can tell you that it's going to be seriously cold. So it'd be really exciting to see how the electric vehicles have performed on this long journey. Okay, looks like we've got something exciting coming up. So let's see if we get close to the stage and see what they're going to put on for us. Like I said, we're going to have a handover ceremony. So this could be the big moment. That says there on the board, 不容行动. Just like a dragon convoy action plan, something like that. This is a team of representatives from Chang'an Qiyuan. They're taking some souvenir photographs. We've got the presenter over there. We saw her in Tongliang 8 days ago. Our presenter then, as said, we can proceed to go outside. I'm going to try not to lag far behind because I think this fire dragon display is going to begin any moment, so I don't want to miss any of the action. Okay, I can tell you that they've kept the same presenter because they passed through 7 cities before they reached it to Harbin, and of course they stayed overnight in each of those cities. I mean, of course, the drivers have to get their rest, don't they? But at the same time, they took the dragon, the Tongliang Loon Dragon, kind of on a tour around the city, some of the popular scenic areas. And I think they even put on some performances there too. So it's not only Harbin that is being treated to these performances, but also other major cities from all around the country. You might be wondering what this vehicle behind, what this vehicle is, what this building behind me is. I'll tell you a little bit more about where we are. If the action begins over there, maybe I'll just have to cut short. Yeah, the presenter is telling us to be careful. I can tell you that the ground is very slippy. Okay, so the province of Heilongjiang is in the far northeast of China, and it has thousands and thousands of kilometers of border with Russia. And if you walk around the city, you will notice that there is a lot of Russian-style architecture. Yesterday, I did a tour around the city, really enjoyed it. And wherever you go, there are lots of these supermarkets and stalls, you know, selling like Russian food, lots of like Russian products, so particularly the chocolate. I'm allowed to say it, the vodka, even though I don't drink that myself. So this region has a lot of connections to Russia. Okay, and this place I'm stood at now is called the Volga Manor. Volga Manor, that's Volga as in the river that runs through Russia. Okay, and when you come here, this is like a resort. We have, you know, these big buildings, manor buildings behind me, built in Russian style. And here, you know, you can have a lot of, you know, cross-cultural experiences. People really love to come here to try some of the Russian food, you know, try some of the winter experiences here. And of course, this is open all year round, so it's going to be different in the summer months, of course. Okay, over there, the performance is about to begin. So I'm going to turn around to the camera. I'm going to stop talking, and we're going to enjoy this performance because it's only going to last a couple of minutes. Because I can tell you it is very cold, and I can tell you that a lot of the performers are just like wearing shorts. Some of them even like bare-chested. Okay, so there's only so long. I think they can handle the cold out here. Yes, and thank you very much, Hang Tua, for your comments, and thank you very much too for following us over the past year. Hope to see you on more of these live streams in the future. Yes, I did see a lot of ice sculptures. I mean, there is like an ice and snow festival, like in the city. But actually, wherever you go, if you walk around some of the public parks, some of the old streets, you can actually see they've set up, they've installed, they've put up a lot of these ice sculptures all over the place. And also, come the evening, they're also like lit up. They have like these little lights inside them, so they look very pretty. Okay, it's about to start, so let's turn around the camera and let's see the action together.
启程，龙行神州，祈福祖国长安。让我们跟着长安启源一起启新达年，向美好跃迁。至此，本次收官仪式圆满结束，感谢大家的热情参与和支持。接下来，让我们共同迎接长安启源。
Our presenter is telling us that the event has reached a successful conclusion.
热血开启。
So, everybody watching the live stream, what do you think about that? I've seen the dancing fire dragon before in Tongliang itself. The performance for me is incredible. I don't know what you think. You can leave some comments for us. Okay, right. So parked over here, we have some vehicles of the Chang'an Qiyuan series, and this one here is the Q05, and there's another one here which is the A05. Okay, and over here we have a representative of Chang'an, and is very kindly going to have a couple of words with us. So hello, it's a pleasure to meet you. Oh yeah, on this side. Okay, you want to say hello? Okay, and could you speak in English? Is that okay?
A little. My English is very poor.
Okay. So, did you travel with the convoy all the way to Harbin? We'll just see if we get the microphone. Okay, I should be back. Okay, I just had my microphone just turned off for some reason. Okay, we're just saying this is a really good combination of intangible cultural heritage and also modern technology with the Chang'an series cars. 那能不能给我们分享一下，在这8天的就是车程中你们觉得最难忘的有哪些时刻呢？
我们非常多难忘的时刻，就是因为我们这大概有将近1万里的行程过程当中，实际上那起源的 A07，我们的起源车队是经受住了非常多的考验。比如说我们是零故障、零事故，我们的真智能、真续航、真安全等等这一系列圆满的完成了我们护龙的这样的一个任务。所以说这是对于我们文化传承的一个，对于中国文化的一个传承，也是对于长安起源产品力的一次大考。所以在这个过程当中非常难忘。
Okay, so you're just telling us that what's the most successful experiences, not only the sharing the intangible cultural heritage, but also on the way they had, a zero record of any accidents and any malfunctions of the course, so they all performed very well. 那我们刚提到了这个课程中，这是一个零事故，就是没有
零故障，
零故障，而是没有出现任何问题，
是的。
然后续航方面的也没有什么。
对，没有什么。
Okay, yeah. So that's the question I wanted to ask. So the range of the electric vehicles was still very good even in the very cold conditions. 那么长安起源在以后它里面还有哪些规划呢？以后为了提升这个品牌和这个影响力啊。
明白。长安起源呢，我们下一阶段在我们的北斗天枢计划，在我们的香格里拉计划，在我们的海纳百川，这是我们的3大战略计划的加持之下，那么持续的会给用户提供更好的智能体验，更好的智慧服务，更优秀的、更吸睛的这个美学的设计。那么在下一个阶段呢，我们的车队会一路向北，从哈尔滨进发，我们会向着气温更低、环境更严峻的地方来进发，来检验我们产品性能的一个上限。那也欢迎大家持续的关注我们长安起源，给我们持续的加油鼓励。那相信长安起源，我们一定能完成这一次的性能大考。非常感谢啊！谢谢。好的，那我就感谢。Okay. I didn't want to leave him so quickly, but we've still got some more people we want to meet. So we met with Mr. Lee from Chang'an Qiyuan. So here we have one of the inheritors. 这是蔡团长对吧？
对。
Okay, yeah. So we have the troop leader Tai with us at the moment. So we're going to ask him some questions about his experience over the past 8 days. 那么在过去的8天当中，就在你们表演那个火龙有哪些最难忘的时刻呢？
我们本来过来在这边表演的时候，我们还有点担心，因为在零下20多度，一是怕我们队员出问题，二是怕我们的这个潜水啊，然后当中会烧的温差有问题。但是今天呢，咱们的表演是非常精彩，所以说这一系列前期我们做的工作没有白费，然后演员也没有受伤，然后我们的这个潜水也打得非常成功。所以说啊，我们这次本次这个演出是非常成功，包括我们在同样的演出也是非常成功的。所以说也感谢我们这个队员今天很冷零下20多度，他们完美的演绎了我们同样的火龙这个国家级的非遗，然后也完美的展现出我们同样舞龙人的风采。所以我要感谢他们，然后感谢你们，非常辛苦啊。
Yeah, okay. So the past 8 days have been very unforgettable. One thing they were concerned about is that in these very cold temperatures, will they still be able to do these fire dragon performances very well? But as we saw a little bit earlier, just a few minutes ago, the performances have been very spectacular. They've had no problems at all. He just wanted to give a very big shout out to all of the team members for their hard work over the past few days. 那么你觉得，那蔡团长，你觉得这个8天的一个新城队冲凉龙的这个传承和宣传有什么意义呢？
有意义，它是在经过这么多段都在推广宣传我们的同流龙舞，那么让全国的观众都更深知、更认可了认识了咱们的同流龙舞，特别是今天晚上从开始到结束，包括到每一站都把我们的龙，然后经过我们的长安汽车，然后一站一站的然后展示，所以说更扩大了我们同流龙舞在全国的一个知名度，为我们同流龙舞增加了更多的知名度，所以说非常感谢。
Yeah, okay. So just saying that, asking the question is, how do you feel this event over the past 8 days has contributed to the inheritance and publicity for the fire dragon of Tongliang? And he just they said it's been really great to introduce it to people all over the country. It's been very successful. Okay, and 最后一个问题啊，但是你们上一步要怎么做呢？要在哈尔滨的说停留几天吗？或者接下来你还有其他的火龙表演要忙着准备呢？
对，我们因为这次来了，然后在家里面准备，然后我们家里面呢会有其他的演出，比如说我们的追梦同梁龙大型非遗山水实景剧，在我们同梁也欢迎大家来看。这是第二个，我们春节会有很多的龙舞表演，还有我们的火龙表演，也欢迎大家来到我们同梁多来同梁看同梁龙舞。这是第二呢，我们会在同梁这个我们还有我们的马上我们要办的这个龙的艺术节，包括了我们所有的龙舞，所以说也请这个请同梁以外的所有的朋友们，全世界的朋友们都到我们同梁来 多看铜梁龙舞，多了解铜梁龙舞，多看火龙，为我们铜梁龙舞点赞。
Yeah, okay. So I just asked them the question, what is he going to do next? So they going to stay behind in Harbin for a couple of days. But I can tell you that with the Spring Festival coming up, they've got a very busy schedule. So they've got a lot more Fire Dragon performances coming up in Tongliang. And of course, if you're lucky enough to be in Chongqing over this period, you're very welcome to go to Tongliang and see the performances over there. OK， 他真的非常感谢啊，然后我们的观众也
还有就是我们铜梁龙艺术团会持续的跟大家推出一系列的龙舞节目，所以说请大家一定要关注我们铜梁龙艺术团，要多为我们铜梁龙艺术团摇旗呐喊助威，为我们传承继续做好我们努力做的努力的工作，然后我们一定会努力加油的做这些工作，所以说要多为我们铜梁龙艺术团点赞，谢谢大家，谢谢。
Okay, so kind of like what we were saying, that they're going to be doing many more performances of the Tongliang Fire Dragon, and they really appreciate the support they get from the public, and everybody is really welcome to come and watch their performances in Tongliang. So this is like a very good source of motivation and encouragement for them. 那么蔡团长呢非常感谢啊，然后我们的观众也向你说你的帽子也特别可爱。
好，谢谢。
OK， 辛苦了，非常感谢。Yeah, okay. So I think we've about got everything covered then. So I've told you a little bit about where we are at the Volga Manor. We've talked about a little bit about Harbin. We've introduced the cars. Perhaps I could just show you very quickly a little close up. We've got some more over here. So they have 3 different models in the Chang'an Qiyuan series. And this over here is the A07. And I'm sure you agree, I think the designs are very smart. And yeah, I was very impressed to hear that they didn't have any trouble, and even in these really cold conditions, they didn't really have any issues with driving range or anything like that. Okay, thank you here, Kevin, for the comments. A good idea of having the EV in black, helps absorb the heat from the sun. Yeah, and I wouldn't underestimate that, because today I'd be like driving around the city in some of the taxis, and early in the morning, I suppose because maybe they have the cars parked outdoors overnight. When you take the taxis in the morning, the side windows are completely iced up, you can't see through. But I remember on my side with the sunshine in the morning, I think when you have the sunlight on it, even though the air temperature is like really cold, the ice, kind of did melt over the course of the journey. Yeah, I do think about these designs. Look how really sleek. I just wondered if you're going to have a sit inside. Oh, sure. Can you talk about Oh, okay, so it's okay. So perhaps we'll finish the live stream in here. And I can tell you, it's very tasty in here. 好了，师傅辛苦了，开了8天的路，对吧？一共开了多少公里啊？Okay, yeah. So Mr. Lee was telling us they did Yuan Li, so that's kind of like a Chinese saying for a very long distance. But yeah, they've done over 3,000 kilometers. 然后这么长的距离开车也挺舒服的吧？没有遇到什么困难。Okay, so they didn't have any problems. Okay then, well, I haven't disturbed them any longer. He's a busy man. So we have a quick look inside. So again, the interior of the car is very sleek, like we were saying. Okay. Right. Okay, yeah. So we've got everything covered. We saw the great performance of the Tongliang Fire Dragon. If you're in Chongqing, you really must go and see that. It's really a fantastic experience. So I think at this point, I think it's a good juncture to say goodbye and end the live stream. Well, I've had a fantastic time in Harbin. I only arrived yesterday lunchtime, and I've really enjoyed it so far. They've really got some fantastic places, and finally, we played on the river because the river completely freezes over, and we did some sledging and things like that on there. Okay then, so I'll be going back to Chongqing tomorrow. So from here in the Volga Manor in Heilongjiang province. Thank you for watching. Thank you for the comments. Happy Chinese New Year, and I will see you again very soon in Chongqing. Okay, catch you later. 太啰嗦吗？不啰嗦。啊，那好。